Hey everybody, it's Bust, continuing our playthrough of the Path of Champions. Today, we will be battling the one-star quest, the Might of Demacia, and going to battle with our Annie. And so our Annie, she's still hanging out at 0 stars. She was freshly leveled up with some coins. We have managed to get her up to champion level 3, so some of our cards are minorly upgraded, but in general, our deck is pretty weak. In terms of relics, we like to use the Lost Chapter. This refills your spell mana as soon as she's played, so it's very nice to play a 1-cost champion and then immediately get a 3 mana discount back. That's way better than a discount. That's that's quite a bit of a refund in terms of what Annie brings to the table. And this lets us do things like play turn 1 Death's Hands. And so this is who we'll be doing battle with today. Let's go ahead and jump in against Garen, see if we can't take him down. I'm feeling pretty confident in us. In these 1-star quests, it tends to be pretty easy. I just like to come out and assemble the most aggressive deck as possible. And then once we get up into like the 1.5-star and 2-star quests, you have to start actually trying to build a real deck. But with that in mind, we're going to come out here, again, just look for some aggression. And these aren't the strongest of powers, but starting with 2 Vanguard Lookouts is about as aggressive as we're going to get today. And so we'll go ahead and accept the power that puts the units onto the board. We can try and reroll later, find an appropriate champion, reroll away some pick that only has a bunch of 6-drops in it or something, and just accept the 2 early game plays. So Annie, not in our starter. We'll just mulligan everything away. Look for Annies, look for Legion Saboteurs, and then we do hang on to House Spider if it turns up, but ideally we won't need it. Alright, we got all of our spell mana, loads of units on the board. Say, I wonder if we get the Death's Hand our opponents play. We do. No surprises there. Let's get this into combat. Get the big swings. Aggro Vanguard Lookout's what I like to call it. Really slamming these 1-power units right into battle. Alright. Oh, bringing it, Durandi Sculptor. Alright. Well, I'll bet we win this game next turn. Anyone want to take a bet? Take a wager? GG, Stony Suppressor. Yeah, you mad face. Oh god, I gotta get my emote game stepped up. My APM is just way too low to to respond to those emotes like that. All right. Okay, so what do we get here? Something aggressive. These are all pretty terrible. I'll go with the Transfusion since we can cast it in the real early game, but definitely don't want any of these expensive plays coming at us. On to the champions. Again, aggression is the name of the day. This isn't that great. Don't want these 6-cost champions. I'm not opposed to picking up Pool Shark, but we do have some rerolls here to look for something a little bit more aggressive. Could look towards Hecarim, but again, it's fairly slow. And with our last choice, I think we'll just pick up the Swain. Ravenous Flock is okay in these style of decks. The Imperial Demolitionist is the one I'm really looking at here. And with these, we have the choice to either visit the Grand Plaza, which is one of the better locations, but we have a champion item chest, which is just so important, getting these big Annie stacks into our deck. And so we'll go to the right, try and pick up a nice item for her, go up to battle against the Omen Hawk on the way. I believe this was round start. Opponent's top unit gets the top unit of the opponent's deck gets +1 attack. Sure. These aren't Annies. Sad noise. Dropping emotes. Alright, we'll cupcake you. Old Vladimir. Hanging out all day with oh, what was his name? Vladimir and Swain. That was the big combo that worked together in Expedition. Y'all remember what Expedition was? Such a good format. I'm so sad that it's gone. Sometimes the good things must go to make way for the new, shiny, and amazing things. Alright. Here we're looking pretty strong. We got the stun, we have the Ravenous Flock to punch through. Here comes a big ol' attack. We should pretty easily be able to end this on our next attack token. He's a big old boy. How'd he get so many stats? Oh, the actual Omen Hawk. What? What? Doesn't seem right. Did we just give up the Mana Soul student here? Might as well. I was trying to figure out how we get this like Death's Hand to kill the unit, but we have to use the Mana Soul. I guess we can just play the Death's Hand in combat to get that additional Mana Soul strike. Are we short on lethal? We only got to 7 damage. F. We have another Death's Hand in hand, but I was really hoping to just end the game with that attack. Mathematics, not my strong suit. But here we go. We'll get him with some flair and some panache. We'll use the Death's Hand kill to end the game. GG. It was fun. Okay, so the end of battle choices, not particularly good. I'm just going to go with the Might so that we can chunk in some good Overwhelm attacks. Up to the champion item chest. Whatever it is, we're putting it onto Annie. The +1/+1 thing, not that great. If you have, once she has Overwhelm, it's kind of fine, but I think I'll go with the Challenger just to give her a little bit of safety in her attacks. Some of these Freylordian type units can have more than 2 health, and so we get to kind of pick and choose and keep her running into combat. Make me feel a little bit safer. Alright, no 1-drops, but we do pick up a couple of 2s. Then, of course, the Vanguard's out here looking out for us, making sure we have the way to deal that turn 1 damage. I appreciate it, bros. Very kind of you. Alright, and how are we going about this turn? Oh, Annie turned up. Alright. Now, this is a space you have to watch yourself. If you hook these 0-3 Unscarred Reavers with Annie, she'll deal her, like, middle of the game combat damage ability, then it will actually come back and strike her. And so I'm not looking to hook into the Unscarred Reaver with Annie. We will have to watch out for that one, but the Tusk Speaker is a fine target. You gotta watch yourself. You gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself with those Annie hooks. Bring a little bit of Ice Cube into your life. Alright, so we'll overwrite something, deal a little bit of damage. Should be pretty okay here. Alright, on to the next turn. Rip Annie. Oh, what's this deal of damage to our... What is this? The foe dealt damage to the player's Nexus, deal 1 to their weakest unit. That's not very nice, dude. Poor Annie didn't make it to the end round, the final game, the final battle. Sad. Alright, our end of battle spoils. Ooh, there is a Ravenbloom Conservatory, but we're going to be much more aggressive with this. Like, if we were later on in the adventures, like if we're up against Draven or Galio, I would be slamming this Ravenbloom Conservatory, but today we're just not going to need it. We'll be able to win all of these games just on the back of our aggression. We'll skip over the gold chest, don't need that. Our power is counterfeit production, don't really want the counterfeit copies. Is anything else in here good? I'm actually kind of tempted to pick up these Inspired Lights. They work fantastically with Annie. We've had no trouble getting a full board. And then also having those Vanguard lookouts on the board in the early game make this quite interesting. And so, nice little addition to the deck. Here, I'm just going to cut the most expensive card out. Goodbye, Captive Greyback. Your time is in the future trials. Today, you just don't belong. Oh, double Annie, huh? Okay, if the foe has an attack token, they Frostbite our weakest unit. You're more than welcome to come in and Frostbite our Annies. You can do it, bro. No complaints from this side of the table. You thought that Omen Hawk was going to be enough, didn't you? Not today. Oh, man. Oh, I knew we had a mana, but it's not the right kind. Not the right kind of mana to get the Saboteur down. It's okay. We're crushing through, though. Get a nice barrier bro down. Ready for another attack. Uh-oh. Wasn't very nice. This guy's huge. Bringing 4/4s at us? Oh, man. Hope we can survive this. Alright, disintegrate it is. Get his big play out. Ash isn't that scary anymore. If he doesn't have a full board, then the Ash isn't that problematic. I'll cupcake that. I'll bring a little cupcake to the party. So it looked like she was going to be a 7/5, I think, if I saw that correctly. All right, we'll just block. Whoopsies. Whoopsies, it's a disintegrate. See ya, Ash. There you go. Not today. Echo says not today. Alright. This open should be good enough. See ya. Yeah, let's go make some more friends. Okay, so the end of battle treasures. Ooh, an extra item for Annie. I'm on board. Let's go ahead and add that Fury in now. If we get Overwhelm on her, she's going to be doing some real damages. Do we just want to start with more Vanguard lookouts? Huh. I don't know. I mean, if we can keep pulling off those the inspired lights, something pretty interesting. And then we can head up to the Mage Seeker Investigator. I forget what this epic quest is, but let's go check it out. All right. The foe starts with the Dawn Speakers. We start with 4 Vanguard lookouts. Let's see who is more successful. So we'll hang on to the Annie. We will keep our Inspired Lights if they turn up as well. So that's going to be the big thing we're looking for. Annie, Inspiring Light, and then our other 1-drops in Legion Saboteur. All right, just get the... Oh, does it get the KO? No, this is only going to deal 3 damage. Oops. Still worth it, I'm sure. Could have just played Disintegrate. Everybody out there saying, Bust, you a dum-dum, dude. You could have just played Disintegrate. It'll be okay. I think we'll make it out of this one alive.
I have my orders. Moving into sight.
Okay. Inspired Light coming at you. we might make usage of that disintegrate this round. We'll see. I mean, we don't even really need to at this point. Alright, so our board's strong, completely full, no reason to play any of these cards. A little bit awkward in terms of how our deck building came together, but we're still strong. This is all we need. This is what life's all about, isn't it? Just dropping more and more of the inspired lights. Not sure if he'll attack here. It would be better to have used that post-combat, but not entirely sure if he starts attacking with these units. There you go. Drop that emote. You know your day's done, Dawn Speakers. Rip them good. GG. Not the biggest numbers coming in, but man, these boards are nice. I really like that inspired light. I wish we had another big, like, unit boosting AoE kind of thing. Okay, so the Dawn Speakers are done. I guess we'll pick up the Imperial Demolitionist. It's the cheap one here. And on to the next one. What do we got? Mage Seeker Investigator. So, receive the Mage Seeker's clearance. That does your spells are fleeting. When you play a spell that isn't Final Spark, create a Final Spark. That's pretty good. Especially if we're, say, like, playing Disintegrates in the middle of combat and then generating Final Sparks. I'm kind of on board with that. Then the other one, add Detain to your deck with a random item. A -1 cost, not that impressive. And so, yeah, Mage Seeker's clearance. Let's take it. On to the shop. Check the power real quick. The best defense. I always love this. Grow my health to match my power. It's not that great, I guess, with all of our Vanguard lookouts, but this is a very good aggressive type ability. Oh my gosh, it had more inspired lights in here, though. Oh my gosh. Loving it. 6 inspired lights. That looks pretty good. And then the Elixir of Wrath has Draw Champion attached to it, so we can draw our Annies. And then we can use these to make more Final Sparks. Oh, man. Oh, man. I am getting warm in the loins. This is looking pretty good. Can we still afford this? Okay. All right. The battles are setting. Let's go. Let's do it now. All right. So now we have a champion item chest here to the right. So we're going to do battle against the Kindly Tavern Keeper. What's this? Round end. The foe's units heal 1. All right. Can't heal from a Disintegrate, bruh. What do we see? We don't have any Annies, so we'll try to mulligan and find one of her. Not going to get rid of the Inspired Lights, though. These things are just too good now. That we start with 4 units on the board. It just sounds so absurd to say. Like, I'm kind of hoping that... Oh, wow. Oh, they start out fleeting, though? Oh, I didn't realize that was going to happen. F. I guess we're going to get a bunch of Final Sparks out of them, but he doesn't even have anything for us to... Well, we'll discard at the end of the turn and then get them? Is that how that works? Oh, man. Alright, then of course we immediately draw our Annie to get all of the spell mana back. F. Alright. Let's see what we can do, I guess. I'll add in the Prefect. It's going to get a lot of bonus stats here. Man, I'm bummed. I'm sad now. I thought we were going to get a real big turn coming out of that. It's not the case. Let's stop and read this thing before we get in too far. Your spells are fleeting. When you play a spell that doesn't Final Spark, create a Final Spark. Okay. Alright, well, I at least understand that, I guess. So we'll boost our 1 unit. We'll leave his sentry on the board. And then we can Final Spark the sentry down. Oh, no, we can't. It's just gone. Annie did her job too well. I'm not used to Annie having attack power yet. I play a lot of Constructed. I haven't got to do a lot of battles with her in the land of Path of Champions, and so it takes me a moment to get used to what's going on there. All right, Swain, let's end it.
Everything's in place. You can do better than that.
So, would have been much cooler with the inspired lights, but we had our learning moment. We'll know for the next time. That's pretty good.
We have done what is needed.
Okay, on to Garen. So, our end of battle spoils. Might as well pick up more house spiders. Like, we haven't really been playing these or anything, but it's a decent enough unit to come in and stack. Something for Annie. When I'm summoned, make an ephemeral copy isn't that great. I'm just going to pick up the pickaxe. It at least works with our Overwhelm card. And then let's cut a card out of here as well. Down here in the expensive zone, not real interested in any of these. Maybe we just get rid of the Spell Slinger or the House Spider. I guess we'll go with the Spell Slinger on this. It's just a little bit less damage coming out of it. Still just looking to maximize our Annies and maximize our Inspired Lights. We know to mulligan it away now, though. I guess if we start with Annie, then we don't have to do it, but if we don't have Annie, then it just has to go. All right. I'm ready. I'm ready. We can get 2 final sparks out of this. This is going to be pretty choice. All right, so the Inspired Light goes off. No reason to add another spell to our hand. We're just going to discard it at the end of the turn. Now we get to drop a final spark. Pretty close to just lethaling on the first turn. I think we're going to end up being a little bit short, but it's close. Oh, wow. Oh, we don't have an attack token? F. I had such high expectations for that turn, and it's pretty awkward when you draw Annie, and the spell just goes away. Alright, let's get our damage in. And I'm so sad. I was like, I'm so ready to do big and incredible things with this Vital Spark ability, and then we're just falling short. I'm going to play a Stony Suppressor. If I can't play a spell, then you can't play a spell. How does that feel? I'm just going to take the ball and go home.
For the Empire.
All right. Are we at lethal yet? We should be pretty close. Pretty close. So man, what a disappointment. I was so ready to have some big highlight reel style plays there at the end, and it just didn't come together. But, you know, I'm glad that we did get to showcase something else that can work nicely with Annie, right? It's not really going to be on your radar to pick up the Inspired Lights like that, but this is one of the key things with these, at least early Annie starts, to where we start off with the spell mana cards, is trying to find a way to really maximize being able to use that spell mana. And so when we kind of start with the thing that makes the Vanguard Sergeants, or whoever they're called, we have Annie down. We should realistically start most games with 3 units. We were actually starting with 5 there at the end. Then, you know, you should be able to say, oh yeah, Inspired Light's going to be pretty good. And so it's just one of the kind of deck building things. We weren't really building around Annie so much as maximizing the relic attached to a 1-cost unit. I feel like it worked out quite nicely here. And so that is going to do it for us today. Hope everyone enjoyed the video. You have yourselves a good one out there.